Hi everybody and welcome back to my profile. Today we're looking at something every bridge engineer needs to know in the UK, and that is the DMRB, or otherwise known as the Design Manual for Roads and Bridges. If you're new to the industry, the DMRB can feel huge and confusing, but once you understand how it's structured, it becomes much easier to navigate. Let's break it down simply. So, what is the DMRB? The DMRB is the UK's official set of standards for roads and highway structures. It's used by National Highways, Transport Scotland, the Welsh Government, including DFI Northern Ireland. It covers everything we do with highway structures, which are design, assessment, inspection, maintenance, and operation. Think of it as the rule book for how highway structures should be engineered in the UK. So, why does the DMRB exist? The DMRB isn't just paperwork, it has a purpose. It exists to ensure consistency across the UK road network, define mandatory requirements and recommend a good practice, help engineers make safe, reliable, and defendable decisions, and also reduce ambiguity between designers, clients, and contractors. In short, it keeps everyone working to the same standard. So, what is the new DMRB coding system, which is after 2020? In 2020, the DMRB was reorganized into a much simpler coding system. So, the key idea is that all DMRB documents now start with C. So, for example, so C stands for civil engineering. You'll notice here that these are codes within the DMRB, so CD, CS, CM, CG, which all starts with a C, so civil engineering. The second letter tells you the life cycle stage. So CD, for example, is civil engineering design, CS, civil engineering inspection and assessment, CM, civil engineering maintenance, and CG, civil engineering general guidance. Once you know these four letters, the whole system becomes much easier to understand. So how does the numbering work? After the letters, you'll see numbers, for example, CD350 or CS450. These numbers group related topics, don't have a deep meaning, and simply help you find documents quickly, so don't think too much about it. Here are some common examples. So CD350, CD357, CS450, CS465. As a junior engineer, you'll see these numbers a lot, but don't think too much about it. They're just there to help find documents easily. So requirements versus guidance. The DMRB documents contain two types of text, and it's important to know the difference. So the requirements use the word shall. Actually, no air quotes. It is just shall. And these are mandatory, and if you can't comply, you need a formal departure from standard. So the guidance use words like should or may, and these are recommended good practice, and it gives engineers flexibility when it comes to the design. Understanding this distinction is essential when you're designing or assessing structures, so you know when to put in a formal departure, for example, if you can't comply to a standard. So, how does the DMRB fit with the Eurocodes? A common question from juniors is, if we use Eurocodes, why do we even need the DMRB? Here's the simple answer. Eurocodes is the how to calculate. I have a whole separate video about the differences between the DMRB and the Eurocodes, and the DMRB is what's to consider and the UK specific rules. The key link between them is CD350, which explains how Eurocodes should be applied in UK bridge engineering, bridge design. So, in a nutshell, to wrap up, the DMRB is the core set of UK standards for roads and bridges. The coding system is simple once you understand the letters. CD equals design, CS equals inspection, and CM equals maintenance. Every bridge engineer, especially juniors, needs to be comfortable navigating it. So the main point here is once you understand the structure, navigating the DMRB becomes a lot easier. And I hope this video allows you to understand the DMRB a bit easier and be able to navigate it a bit more. Alright then. Okay, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye now.